Foodaholics, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Foodies and Spice. Today on the show, I'm showing you something very beautiful again. So it's time for you to go call your friends, neighbors, everybody. Foodies and Spice is about to start. Welcome back. I hope you've called everybody. So today I have something very beautiful, something tasty and islandish. Okay, so my cousin is married to a Tanzanian, and she told me in Tanzania they make a very beautiful beans dish with milk, and today I'm trying to replicate that dish using coconut milk. Trust me, it's interesting. It's interesting, the whole cooking process, and the eating is far more interesting. All right, so for that I have coconut. Yeah, and I know how they break coconut now. You carry them, you smash them. Not let the water lost. No fear to drink them. Now they go tell you, say if you drink them, maybe you no go no book again. Don't worry, you go still no book. Just open up, allow the water, drink it if you want to add it to your recipe. Okay, so I have coconut that I already removed the shell. So this is the coconut flesh. I have beans. I'm using oloyin, the sweet one. Yeah, so I'm using oloyin beans. For the sauce, I'll be using coconut oil. I have onions. I have red pepper, you know, hot pepper. Pepper to your taste, the way you want it. I have tatashe. I have salt. So any other thing we're going to add for this my beautiful islandish food. So now I'm going to see them. All right, let's get set. Guys, most of you keep asking me, how do you extract coconut milk? Now, it's a very beautiful and easy process. All you need to do is crack open your coconut, get the flesh out, and you begin to grate. Now, if you don't want to grate, if you don't have the time to grate, you can just cut into small cubes. Yeah. And after cutting into small cubes, you put it in the blender, you blend, add water, blend, and what you get is the coconut milk. So, but just before I finish this, I'll quickly put my beans in the pot. And it's a lucky day for all of you who keep saying, oh Gina, we want to know how to use a pressure cooker or a pressure pot. All right, I have a pressure pot here today. You know, the last time I did an array of kitchen gadgets that you could use, or kitchen equipment you could use, so I did not add the pressure pot, and so many of you were asking. So I have my pressure pot here today. It's actually very easy to use. So I need you to just see the process. So first I'm going to rinse out those beans quickly. I'm using 3 cups of beans. Oloyin beans, but if you don't have oloyin beans, you can use any beans of your choice. Okay, so I'll just add my beans into the pot. So after placing your beans, you would have to add some water. Now you'll be adding water, not so much, because the pressure cooker will be cooking more with pressure rather than the water. So the heat is the heat. So I'm just going to put just a little bit of water to cover the beans. Not so much water, just enough to cover the beans. So this is okay. And the next thing I'll do, this is where the whole pressure cooker trick works. This is like the pressure knob. Now, different pressure cookers come with different knobs or spaces where the pressure comes out from. So you have to make sure it's tightly closed, like tightly locked. Tightly locked. And this one too, the cover has to be tightly. So once you hear that that keying, that noise, it keys, that means your pressure cooker is set. This one is tightly closed, or this one is tightly covered. There is no space for so much steam to escape, and this one has keys. There's always an arrow. Any pressure pot, you'll find the arrow there. So the next thing you will do is to turn it on. As soon as you turn it on, you just let your pot be on the fire, allow it to cook. It will give out the noise to say, okay, the pressure is very hot now. You hear the pressure noise. Now, if you want to continue cooking, you allow it to cook. If you don't want to continue cooking, all you need to do is come back and allow the steam escape a bit. So you just see what we are going to do soon. Let me get back to the coconut. Okay, so for those of you who have blenders, you can skip the grating part. Just cut your coconut into small pieces, put it in your blender, put enough water and blend. And once you blend like this, you sieve and you have your coconut milk. So don't ask me again, how do I make coconut milk when I mention coconut milk? This is how to make coconut milk, all right? And if you don't want to go through this stress, they sell canned coconut milk. Just go and buy canned coconut milk. But this one is usually fresher, and you will have more of the milk with this, okay? Here is my coconut milk, very beautiful, and you can hear my pressure pot already making the pressure sound. It's gathering a lot of pressure in it already. So, but the beans is not done yet. If not, I would have opened up. There's so much steam, so you don't have to touch it. You can touch with your glove, or you have a cloth. You just open up that pressure part. This pressure goes out. You can cover it back again for the pressure to build up. But the beans is not done yet, so no need. And for the coconut shaft, yes, your coconut shaft, you can decide to, put it in sugar syrup, mold it, and have a beautiful coconut candy if you want. You can decide to add it to your bakes. Yeah, you can use it for your bakes. So I'll keep it. I'll think of what to use it for. But I'll clear here now and begin to blend my pepper and onions for the sauce. Now it's time for me to blend the tatache, onions and peppers. So I'm using the P button, taking it to the P. When you see P, it means pulse. On every of your blender, it means pulse. So what it does is that if you don't want to blend it smoothly, that place will just blend it roughly for you. So I'm fine. This is good. And of course, the pressure in my pot has been, cooking that beans. It's almost 10 to 15 minutes, about 15 minutes now since I put it in. So it's ready. This is the point where you don't have to touch the pot at all. It's going to be very, very hot. Don't touch your pot. Apart from that, don't even try to open it because there will be an explosion. So what I do to be very safe from the pressure pot is to turn it off. Instead of even trying to open up this, you can actually do that. I always do it with a cloth. So you can just open up this pressure knob to allow the steam leave on time. So, but instead of doing that, all I do, especially when I'm cooking beans, is to turn it off. I use it to cook beans. I use it to cook cow leg, tough meat, tough pomo, all those kind of tough things. That's what I use it for. So you can see I'm turning it off, opening up that it's already cooked. You have to wait to make sure the button is no longer here. When you see that the red button has dropped or the heat button has dropped, none of that pressure noise anymore. That means you can see the steam is no longer coming out. That means it's cool for you to open. So it's safe to open now and there won't be any explosion. If you can see this, beans is almost cooked in less than 10-15 minutes. So that's it, beans is cooked. So I'm going to finish off the cooking inside my sauce. Just a little water to continue cooking the beans in a fresh pot. This is not a pressure cooker, this is our normal foodies and spice yellow pot. I'll just turn it on. And transfer the beans to this other pot. So I'm going to slice half a bulb of onion into the beans. You can use up to 1 bulb if you want. The more onion in beans, the better. So because I already blended 1 whole bulb before, that's why I'm using just half of a medium-sized onion. I'm going to add 2 bay leaves, then my coconut milk. Just enough to cover it. I'm not going to salt it yet until it's soft. I'll take my cover it, allow it to cook. So the next thing I will do now is to start making my sauce. Okay, now so it's time for me to start making my sauce. Very simple sauce, just bell pepper, onions, and fresh pepper. That is tatache, alubasa, and rodo. Yeah, all right. So it's just simple. Then I'll be adding fish. So for the fish, let me just quickly tell you how I want to treat this fish. So I'm just going to take seasoning cubes and, you know, sprinkle on this to season it. Rub it in very well to season it. I'm using Titus fish or mackerel, one of my favorites. So I will allow it to marinate for a while here and come back to it when I need it. So I will turn my cooker on now for the peppers and onions to cook. So I'm going to be using coconut oil because I really want this this beans dish to be very coconutty. So I'm using coconut oil, about let's say half cup. About half cup is fine. And you know, with coconut oil, you don't have to allow it heat up. No, it doesn't have enough threshold to withstand heat. Yeah, so it doesn't really heat up. Once it's warm, you just start pouring whatever you want to pour. So I have salt here, just a little salt. So I'll take my pepper mix. And pour into the oil. So I'll allow this cook for, okay, till it's dry. Wow, there's enough pepper in that thing. So I'll allow it cook till it's dry. Dry means reduced, yeah. So till it's reduced before I'll add my fish. Or just before it reduces, I'll add my fish. Cook everything together, season, and we'll serve on our beans. So today I'm making coconut beans and sauce, yeah, pepper sauce. This recipe is fantastic. It's fantastic. If you're a beans lover, you should try out this recipe. It is beautiful, yeah. All right, so just the way you add coconut to rice, you add coconut to yam. That's the way you add coconut to beans. It just takes it from, you know, 100 to 100 and something percent, but something more than 100%. So let me quickly read your messages from the egusi soup we did the other day. You know, we tried using tomato paste for some recipes. So that egusi soup had tomato paste. So let's see what you guys are saying. The guys on Facebook, you guys are fantastic too. I love you all so much. Okay, I have Nefi Val. She says, yummy, delish, nice one there. Nancy say, yes, so I've been enjoying all the recipes so far. The way you smile is making me happy. This egusi soup is rich. Olamide Ojugbele say, wow, looks so nice. I've never cooked egusi soup with tomato, but this looks good. I'll give it a try. Well done. Thank you, Olamide. Jora says, what if I don't have tomato paste? Can I use fresh tomatoes, ma? Yes, of course, you can use fresh tomatoes. Uriede says, wow, so nice. I'm so making this soup. Thank you so much, Uriede. Mada say, I love the way you cook. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you for always checking out my videos on YouTube and commenting and sharing. I love it so much. Thank you so much. Let's go and complete the cooking. Okay, so my beans is looking very good. Yeah, looking really good. You will always find a little, the aroma. Wow. From that onions, the bay leaf is beautiful, and the coconut milk is going to be so lovely. Now when you're cooking beans, if you want to season with salt, fine. If you want to season with just seasoning, fine. You can also decide to add some salt. I'll just add some salt to salt the beans. Stir. Beautiful aroma. I can't talk. Just go and do your own. But I know that any of you that will replicate this recipe when you cook it in your house, in your mind, even if you don't come back here and type Gina, thank you, in your mind you will say Gina, thank you. This is fantastic. Fantastic, like extremely beautiful. Wow. Beans and coconut milk is a thing. Wow. All right, so let's wait for this sauce. I'll still allow it cover because I need it to dry up. The beans is done, but let's just allow the water dry up, or the coconut milk dry up. So lovely. Okay, so our beans is ready now. I will just stir. This is so beautiful. Yeah, so it's dry. That's what, oh my God. That under, caramelized under, or about to burn under. All right, but that's what I'm looking for. It's dry now. This is beautiful. Time to complete our sauce. I'm going to be adding the fish to our sauce now. So I'll add my fish now. Now this is a very big fish. This is the kind of fish that you add when you want to serve your oga or madam. People that you love. The fish has to have size, all right? Yeah, so this goes in too, and this goes in. So I'm going to be adding just one seasoning cube. Add a little bit of water to allow the sauce cook through into the fish and dry up again. Then we'll cover it to cook through. Alright, foodaholics, you guys know that I know they make mouth, but I want to tell you guys now by making some mouth that this beans and sauce is the best beans and sauce that you will ever make if you try it. I'm telling you the truth. Food done. This fish is ready. This sauce is ready. It looks good. It's time to serve this beautiful recipe. Please, if you make it, send me your pictures. Make a go chop. Lovely. Very lovely. This is so beautiful. Like, this is a very healthy beans. Coconut oil is healthy. We cooked it in coconut oil and coconut milk. This is so beautiful. It's time for me to eat now. Everything is healthy here. Alright guys, if you are a beans lover and you've not tried this coconut beans recipe, I am sorry. You have to go and try it, or else you cannot register as a beans lover. This is the legit recipe for beans lovers. This is so lovely. Yum. Wow. Wow. It cannot be explained. You have to do it. That pepper hits well. Beautiful. You can use this for gari if you want. And all my guys have been saying they want to use what?
Agege bread.
They want agege bread. So if you want agege bread, you can use as well. Gari is fine. You want to eat it straight on like this, is beautiful. With my fish, if you want to fry your fish, fine. If you want to grill, fine. Okay? This is just super yum. Super yum. You will love it. Wow. You miss anything? www.facebook.com/foodiespice. I put precise videos there, so just go there now and watch it. www.youtube.com/Gina Ehikodi. You will see the full video from beginning to ending and all this talk. Now, you can also follow me on Instagram for the fantastic pictures I just took. You need to see the picture of this food. Beautiful. Very beautiful. You can also join the F&S community. Don't forget to post your own food pictures, your own food videos. Always post. You see, I'm eating this thing gently because I need to go and make gari while these boys will go and buy agege bread. Yeah, I'm just down and enjoy this. See you next week. Love you all.